There. It's fucking done. It is fucking done. Am I a little upset that I missed the 69 mark for the death counter? Yeah, a little bit, but I'm more happy that I don't have to ever see that fucking door ever again. Anyhow, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and those who don't know what the hell you are yet. Hopalong PR here, the fluffiest YouTuber out there, and we're back playing Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, the third, and it's time for Annalise's door. And it's the last door I'm gonna do before progressing through the game. Alright, so let's see what is behind this door and how frustrated I'm going to get by the end of it. Star Chamber. Yes, yes. What are you gonna give me? A memory fragment and blessing? Gasp. Who'd have thunk it? Not I, for one. Not I. City of Bose. Yeah, that's right. Actually, we don't really know much about Annalise, do we? Huh. She's just kind of always been there as, well, comic relief is one good way of putting it. But just for like a general detentionizer. It's a surprise. What are you reading? Annalise! Oh, Logrin. Something the matter? It's not like you to walk right up to the second floor without even looking at the board and sit quietly like this. Not feeling sick for eating too much ice cream or anything, are ya? Don't be silly. I'm not a kid anymore, you know. Could have fooled me. I swear that you're the one who ate 3 full scoops the first thing one morning, later had to get stomach medicine from Spence. Maybe the memory's playing tricks on me. Let's all pretend that never happened, okay? Besides, that was back when I was a junior bracer. That was forever ago. I learned my lesson after that, I swear. Now I never have more than 1 scoop each morning. You're not supposed to have ice cream in the morning at all, you know. Well, no matter. What have you been doing up here all the time anyway? Oh, right. Oh, see, I got a letter from my pappy. He lives a long way this morning. Really? Now? He's a swordsman, if I call, isn't he? Yep, he's an instructor. He's really famous among the practitioners, actually. Ying Kai Fi of the 8 Leaves. What? Huh? Huh? Huh. I mean, don't get me wrong, I knew it was a little, well, not a little weird, but knowing that Reen and her follow the same path of the sword kind of threw me for a loop because of the character difference, but granddaughter? Surprised you know about that. Can't say I have any memories when he was here, though. It's around when I was born, so how could I? How long ago, I see. Oh, how's he doing? Well, there's why he's at her, yeah, he's doing fine. I haven't had the chance to meet him in person for about a year now. Last time we had a chance to spar, I felt like he was totally babying me, even though he's like 70. He really must be skilled in treating an active bracer that way. What's the matter? What's the sudden serious face? It's not that major, but I've been wondering something for a while. Why do you stay here when you could join him? Sorry. I'm lost. Well, it's that you're aiming to improve your swordsmanship, aren't you? Feels like you could, if you have a grandfather like that, the fastest way would be go with him and polish your skills at his side. That's, well, I suppose it's not my place to be telling you what may or may not be best for you. Sorry, Annalise. You need to pay any attention to an old man like me. No, that's not it at all. Really appreciate your advice, so please don't think that it's not your place to give it. I can definitely see where you're coming from in this. I do have my reasons for being here and all. They're just difficult to explain. Oh? I do want to know more about swordsmanship and swords in general. So in that sense, you're right about continuing to train under Pappy would be both the best and fastest course of action. That's not all I want to do with my life. I want at least as much, if not more, to know about what it means to be a bracer. I guess it's a case of wanting to learn more about swordsmanship as a bracer rather than as a swordsman, if that makes sense. Am I even doing a good job explaining this? No, I think I see where you're coming from now. Besides, Pappy was something he taught me all the technical sides of swordsmanship. Forms, crafts, all that kind of stuff. Whether I can master them or not is down to me now. So in a sense, I feel like there's no specific need me to train under him. Of course, whether I'm really advancing my swordsmanship now is another issue entirely. We're just gonna say for sure, but... I see. What's the silent treatment all of a sudden? Oh, it's nothing. You're just not really one for these kinds of serious discussions, so I was impressed to see you even capable of them. Hey, I am so capable. Besides, you're the one who pushed me into talking about it in the first place. I'm glad I did too. Anyway, getting back to the point, what did Leather even say anyhow? Oh right, well, surprising as it is, says I should go see Cassius Bright. Cassius? The one and only? Yep, that's right. Supposedly Pappy was invited by the Royal Army to be a guest instructor at some point long ago. That's when he trained Cassius too. So ever since then, they've had this kind of student-master relationship with one another. Cassius even went out of the way to go and see him 10 years ago when he decided to stop using a sword too. 10 years ago? That put it around the time he left the army to become a bracer then. What exactly prompted him to tell you to go see Cassius though? Well, I guess he only really found out that Cassius had returned to the army. So now he's wondering whether he may take the opportunity to take up the sword again. I gotcha. Why don't you go ask for him? And let him know what he says, yeah. I see. People really do have connected to the strangest places in the funniest ways. Haha, tell me about it. Anyway, that being said, kind of a favor to ask. You want time off, I assume? Well, who am I to say no? You've got good cause to have it. I can even get in touch with the army and set up a meeting with Cassius if you want. Really? Yep. Go along, tell that truth to your grandfather. Go along and get that truth your grandfather wants from him. But in return, why don't you take care of every single one of monster extermination requests on the board first? Every single one? Are there like 5 of them right now? Sure, but the monster there will be no trouble for you as you are now. It'd be less of a problem if Grant were around, but I had to lend him to the guild over in Ruin, and he's still not back. Gotta have to pick up the slack here in his place, especially if you want time off. Okay. Not okay. Not okay at all. Okay, cool. Okay. Sorry, I'm used to these doors being unequivocally cruel to me now. Finally here. Round time 2. Let's go bug Cassius. Can I help you? Well, Annalise Alfeed, a bracer with the guild. Couldn't meet Brigadier General Bright. I see, we've been expecting you. Pass that on that you arrived then. Might have to wait a little bit before you can meet with the general, though I'm afraid. But I'm around time. Did something happen to a schedule? Something must have. I can't pretend more what you do. The general's a very busy man. It's not at all unusual for these things to happen. Anyway, like I said, I'll pass along that you arrived, but I'm gonna have to ask you to wait out here for a while. Sure, no problem. 10 hours later. This is taking ages. Hope the meeting isn't gonna end up getting canceled or something. Really don't have to come all this way for nothing. Suppose I can't meet Cassius. I could at least go shopping in Gransel. We're getting the new lineup of stuffed toys around now. Wonder which one I should get. Be the bear or a crocodile one? Once in a while would be nice. Excuse me, young lady. General can meet with you now. Really? Yep, as soon as we open these, like, I was gonna say 6 doors, but 2, not 6. Good day, sir. Thank you. You must be Annalise, I assume? Yes, I'm. Welcome to Leyson Fortress. General's waiting for you. Please follow me. Oh, thank goodness. Sir thought I was gonna have to go home without seeing him. Terribly sorry for the wait. Well, please follow me. You got it, sir. Me thinks Cassius is gonna stick with the path of the staff. That's just what I think, though. As cool as it would be to have him be back with the sword, how he trained in the first place, I don't think it's gonna happen. Just because of his epiphany. But you're your visitor, sir. Very good. You may now return to your duties. Thank you, sir. What's up, Cassius? I'm really sorry about the delay there, Annalise. Oh, don't be. I'm more thankful you took the time out of your busy schedule to speak with me at all. Ha! This is the least I could do for someone from my old line of work. It's been a while since last met, though, hasn't it? Become a seasoned veteran before I knew it. I certainly like to think I have. I can't have a stealth soar ahead of me while she's abroad, can I? That's just what rivals do. Ha! So they do. Be looking forward to see how much stronger the two of you can become. You'll be disappointed. Getting to the point, I was pleased to hear that old Master Kai-Fi is still in good health. believe it was because of him that you came here today. Yes, that's right. I didn't realize you were an acquaintance before this. I certainly am. In short, he's the man who taught me the way of the sword. That was over 20 years ago by this point. First time we met, I was actually back in the military. I studied under him. I still remember the harsh training sessions he gave here at Lesson like they were yesterday. Really? Is there any special reason you didn't say you knew him before? Like you knew I was his granddaughter, didn't you? I did. By the time I first met you, I had long given up the path of the sword. It didn't feel appropriate in my eyes to act if I was a student in light of that. Oh, gotcha. I haven't seen him about 10 years, I think. He does write to me on occasion, but how is he these days? They still have the old viv and vigor? Yep, he really doesn't act his age at all. Still, let me get straight to the point. The reason I came here is to continue the discussion he had with you 10 years ago. Oh? Tell you the truth, Pappy still laments the fact that you left the path of the sword. That's why he wrote to me when he heard that you returned to the army. He wondered whether or not you'd be turning to the military, maybe mean you're also ready to pick up a sword again. So, this is it. He'd like to know directly from you how you feel. I see. Well, it's a great honor after so many years. He still cares so much about an inexperienced and utterly lacking swordsman like me. And yet, I'm afraid my answer is still that I have no intention of taking up a blade again. Can I ask why? You certainly can, but I'm not sure how to put my answer. This has always been on my mind too. I always wondered what would prompt someone so skilled with the sword that they even gain the title of Divine Blade and leave it all behind. I don't mean the light of your skill with your staff safe and feared, nothing like that. It's hard to wrap around my head why you did what you did, and there's a little part of me that can't accept it either. Especially now that you returned to the army. Why can't you return to being a swordsman? Unless you believe the staff is stronger than the sword? No, not at all. Just believe the staff to be a more fitting weapon for me as I am now. Staves are a symbol of protection, which are used for keeping enemies at bay rather than cleaving through them. Say that it's all swords are good for cutting and killing. That's not true. I thought because I want to protect things just like you do. The swordsman has a bracer and as myself. Are you telling me the swordsmanship Pappy taught me isn't gonna let me do that? I'm sorry. I didn't ask you to take the time out of the day so I could shout at you. But I can't accept what you're saying. Till of what happened here in Liberal, I've never let any of my doubts that swordsmanship was the right path for me. Then, all what's happened just started to remind me how powerless I really am. And now I feel like no matter how hard I'll try, I'll always be a rookie, never strong enough to do what I want. Now I see. Perhaps this is fate. See, Master Kai-Fi hasn't changed one bit. He's the same firecracker he always was. What do you mean? I'm afraid, as I am now, I'm not able to answer the question you're asking me, but I know someone else who can. Who is it? It's either Dick, Julia, or whatever that dude is. Looks like you enjoyed messing with people. Ha! I'm not doing it to bully you. It knows a lot of you that your usual work clothes aren't well suited for this thing. Yep, it's Dick. You're Colonel Dick. I realize this may sound a little silly coming from a man wearing this uniform. I'm no longer a colonel, young lady. Sorry. So, Mr. Dick, or Alan. You can call me whatever, though. No need for the mister. Meanwhile, I believe Annalise, the senior bracer of the guild. You know me? I am not the former commander of the intelligence division for nothing. I know all about the bracers in this country. I see. But how'd you end up being here? Actually, Dick was who I was meeting with just before I spoke with you. Really? In short, I've decided to start up a new research company as a civilian. So I may not be part of the army anymore, but I can definitely see myself continuing the need to work in the future. So I decided to come here in order to discuss the matter with Cassius in hopes of maintaining a good relationship between us in the future. Oh, I get it now. Wait, this person you mentioned earlier? That's right. Want two of you to fight one. No. It's a bit sudden, isn't it? Especially going to fight against the famous Colonel Dick. Is that so? You don't know the answer behind the question you asked me then. I believe any doubts you have towards swordsmanship can only be dispelled through using it. Focus on whether or not you win or lose, but on pouring all that you have into battle, and you should find the answers you seek. Alright then. Not sure I'll make much of an opponent, but I'll do what I can. It's not every day one has to test their skills against a relative of the Eight Leaves School's founder. I'm eager to see what you can do. Oh. Hell. If you could end this in one turn, that'd be fantastic. So we don't have to draw this out. Yep. Ow. Should have known I should have no chance. I didn't do a single goddamn thing, Dick. So, Annalise, how does swordsmanship appear to you? Well, if I choose Eight Leaves' fifth form, Morning Moon, it's made a few changes to standard form, but it's largely a style based around sword drawing techniques. Well, I noticed a bit more than technical details like that. What did you notice? One thing I realized while fighting him, Dick swings his sword as if perfectly synchronized with my breathing. Second I got on the offensive, he reacts without fail. In that sense, I feel like his swordsmanship is much more defensive than offensive, I suppose. Even though he was the one attacking me the entire fucking battle. I didn't even do much to scratch him. Offensive stance matches perfectly with the form he uses in combat. And the result is very natural, very powerful swordsmanship. Oh-ho. Can't work out is why you're so focused on fighting defensively to begin with. I mean, it's just because you want to protect something, but what? Liberal? Annalise? Wield the sword but for one reason. The reason is to protect this country. Oh. Everyone has at least something they wish to protect in this world. Perhaps the person, such as a family or loved ones. Perhaps a belief or ideology they hold dear. And just how things we seek to protect are different, so too are the ways we choose to do it. In any case, I choose to protect what I care about just happens perfectly suit the defensive sportsmanship you noted. Although I can only imagine how comical it must sound from a criminal who threatened the nation to talk about wanting to protect it. Not really. So, Dick, you... Please don't say anything, General. Your Majesty may have chosen to pardon me for what I did, but it doesn't make the crimes simply disappear. Still, as your desire to protect Liberal remained, even after leaving the army, I can't completely turn my back on my own. It was so that I could do that I resolved to leave the army even. It was? You see, Annalise, to me one's position in life means to an end, a way achieve whether you wish to. I think it's true for one's choice of weapon as well, don't you agree? Well, what's important isn't what weapon you choose, but what you use it to do. What inspires you to take it up and use it to fight? The reason I chose to put the sword aside and take up a staff is those things had feelings to change. That's all. So, Annalise, any more thoughts? She just used to say that best fits me for what I want to do. That's what you're trying to say, right? Sure is. You beat me to it. You're Master Kai-Fai's granddaughter, all right? Very quick to catch on to things. I'm just as quick as forgetting things too, though. I finally get what you're coming from. Really? I'm happy to hear that. Could I ask you to pass my answer on to Master Kai-Fai then? Consider it done. Sure, I'll understand. I feel like I've learned a lot today from the opportunity to face off against you. I do hope I'll have the chance to fight again one day. So do I. Ha! You'll both have to make sure you don't neglect your training then. Of course. Wouldn't dream of giving it any less than 100%. Okay, so was that a boss fight that I could have technically won similar to Mueller? If so, let me know. I'll put a counter on the death counter. Really? Sounds like that was quite a fruitful experience. It sure was. Guessing that was Pappy's plan all along. You know exactly what happened if I didn't ask Cassius what I did, and that's why he asked. Must sound a little unsure of myself in the last letter I wrote him. I see. Like master, like pupil. Incidentally, while I hate springing this on you, before you even had a chance to settle back in, a lot of work's piled up while you were away. There's a request from the mayor too, so I really need to get right on it. Ah! If anything, you should be grateful. All this will give you a chance to refine your skills in the new mindset of yours, won't it? That's one way of looking at it, I'm sure. So, Pappy, I bet you knew all along. It looks like Cassius has no intention of taking up the way of the sword ever again. Thanks to seeing him, I ended up being given a chance to re-examine my own swordsmanship. Up until now, I thought it was all about getting stronger or faster, things like that. And now I finally realize what's far more important than either of those things is why you take up this sword in the first place. Your feelings. I feel like I finally understand why I was never able to defeat you, no matter how many times we fought. I might not be able to be the best students in the world, but I'll keep giving my training all I've got. Love, Annalise. Okay. Side stories overchip finished. Hooray! Yep, something tells me if I had beaten that boss fight, I would have gotten a little trinket too. But who's got a YouTube channel that you're watching right now and doesn't care? This guy. At least that Annalise had a current crap level. If I were to go, never mind. If it scaled down Julia for that fight, probably scaled down Annalise as well. Oh, that's right. I have everybody here. I really hate the fact that it makes you pick between, well, not picks per se, but what should I say? Which one? There we go. Get a little bit of that speed back. And give no. Give you the Super Gladiator headband because you have skills that give CP to others. That is something I would very much like to have at my disposal. All right. 5th plane. Oh. Oh yeah, that door down there. I did go up and see what it's about. Steam has it on its little achievements that defeating thing called what? Abyss Fiends are, if you defeat them all, you'll get an achievement. So it tells me an Abyss Fiend is waiting behind this door for us. Not too sure I'm about it at the moment. But this little spider, hell yeah. Spiders. Olive, if you would. Oh yes. And I've noticed that at least on this plane, space is a very, very powerful thing. Which I need to re-equip people with certain things. Probably only Reese, but we'll see who else can step up to the fray. And like that, all done. And this plane of reality gives me a considerable amount of experience for monsters. Okay, you can't tell me that unicorn seahorse doesn't look derpy as all holy hell. God damn it. Oh. Oh. Okay. I'll just go with it. There was no way in hell that I should have gotten that. But who am I to say the game's wrong? Right? Right. Let's see if Oliver can one hit knock him out again. One hitter. One hit. Way to go, Prince. Lighter. Wow. Somebody used to keep his magazines stashed in here. Oh, okay. Is that why it smells and the lighter was kind of stuck to the ground? If so, that makes a lot of sense. Not stuck to the ground, stuck to the bottom of the chest. Okay, I hope if I ever find all of those passages, I can have something in my notebook that I can, you know, see what the fuck's going on in all the entries. Or is that a little bit too much to ask? Oh, he's gonna get 2 attacks and great. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. Because Reese has death for her. For it. No? Resist death. Wow. Poop. You know, I can appreciate you picking on the newbie, but at some point, the hazing has to stop for the new person. I guess I probably could de-equip Kevin of his stuff, but I really wanted to make one more arts caster. But then I would need to decide if I wanted it to be Estelle or Reese. You're next. I'm next for what? Okay, so what's there? 919. Okay, so it'd be Reese, even though it's not by that much. But I will deal with that in my own time. In the meantime, I should say. Anyhow, thank you guys for watching. If you have anything you want to say, if that fight was fucking beatable, let me know. I'll add a death to the death counter. But until then, thank you guys for watching. And thank you for staying weird and watching me.